Is archaeology a worthy science? An evaluation of the benefits and drawbacks of the archaeological field. By me, Luke Koffel. We grant the scientific community immense respect and prestige, but how often do we question if the benefits of certain fields outweigh their harm? Archaeology is the study of the past through excavation and analysis of dated structures and artifacts. This research often comes at the price of destroying areas of land deemed to be dig sites. Plus, history has shown that archaeologists have not always been respectful of the country's land and have done so in a way that is very harmful. So it's only fair to question the legitimacy of these sciences. But archaeology is a necessary science, which yields invaluable information that can't be achieved through any other means. This science helps us better understand human behavior, reinforces scientific fields, provides societal benefits, and has been greatly improved with modern methods. First of all, archaeology helps us better understand human behavior. I'll start with an example. The pyramids of Giza were massive structures built with incredible precision in a very short amount of time. The Great Pyramid was built in such a way where it almost perfectly aligns with all four cardinal points. And it was believed for a long time that the ancient Egyptians were not capable of building these massive and impressive structures. And I'm sure you've heard the very common theory that aliens helped the Egyptians build the pyramids. Yet archaeological finds tell a different story. According to a peer-reviewed article written by Pat Lindsay, the founder of the Skeptics Society, the Egyptians were a sophisticated, highly organized society with specialists who had generations to perfect the tools and mathematics required to survey and level. There are many simple ways to find north and achieve level surfaces that do not require advanced technology. So thanks to archaeology, it's now understood that human ancestors were not primitive and unintelligent beings, but were a lot like us. Were scholars and problem solvers who could plan out and work together and achieve one goal. It's pretty cool. And in the field of archaeology, everyday objects are very important. These massive structures are very nice, but if you think about the lives of modern humans, giant skyscrapers do not make a big impact in their daily lives. So when archaeologists find these small items that are used daily, it's very important and helps them get a glimpse into the past. They're like pieces of a puzzle that where they can get the full picture of what the past might look like. And when this is achieved, and we get a good idea of what these ancient civilizations look like, we can learn from their mistakes and successes. And that is invaluable information. Moving on. The archaeology reinforces other scientific fields. Archaeology has made important contributions to engineering, biological sciences, and countless others. And the first thing I have listed is resilient materials. So archaeologists can look at these structures that have stood the test of time and actually figure out what materials they were and work with engineers to know which materials last the longest. And what I have next is works alongside other sciences. And this is an article called Archaeology and Geology in Ancient Egypt, written by Carl W. Butzker, and he discusses how cooperation between archaeologists and geologists is necessary for producing the most accurate science. It reveals that when typical geomorphic situation is known, regional landforms can be evaluated as to their possible significance for contemporary settlement. Now that's a lot of big words, but basically these two sciences have developed a symbiotic relationship that allows them to work most efficiently. And finally, archaeology complements historical evidence. Although the written record may be tremendously useful, it's biased by the beliefs and mistakes of those who produce them. Archaeology frequently provides a more objective account of our past than a historic record alone. So, archaeology is kind of like a fact-checking tool almost. And if it wasn't utilized today, the ideas surrounding many historical events could be radically different. Just because the people who wrote the news articles or the written record could be biased. And archaeology also provides societal benefits. That's right. Museums, we've all been to museums. There's a bunch of artifacts there, and these museums help create a space of education and recreation. Next, we have cultural heritage. when people know the cultural heritage or where they're from, they develop a better social cohesion and become an even closer community. And it also aids in disproving myths and legends. A lot of these myths and legends are rooted in racism and are harmful to certain groups of people. So stopping these is a really crucial thing. And the practice has been greatly improved with modern methods. It used to be not so great. It used to be an Indiana Jones style. That's why I have him right there, where people would just kind of go into other countries and basically steal artifacts, and really wasn't great. But now they're committed to collaborating with communities through internal archaeology, which is where people from the country will actually do all the archaeological work. External archaeology still happens, but it's all contracted and it's all safe and legal. And also new technology. There are sonar. This is a sonar picture at the bottom here, which allows archaeologists to actually look into the ground without digging. So it helps them be less destructive, which is really great. In conclusion, archaeologists are necessary. We need them because they uncover the mysteries of the past, provide invaluable information. Many scientific branches depend on them and have a symbiotic relationship. Archaeological research aids our society, and research is now being obtained in an environmentally friendly way. But governmental support is beginning to decline. The British government actually recently had a huge cut for the archaeological field, and this is bad news. I encourage the reader to advocate for archaeology's government funding. Whether it's noticed or not, choosing to practice archaeology could make all the difference. So thank you so much. Here is the works cited page, and I hope you all have a nice evening.